Hello, I am back. Now, before I start, I want to give a shout out to this guy. I'm hoping I can get that to show because I was watching one of his videos where he was reacting to British TV shows for kids. And the thing that was interesting to me about that was when Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids came up, because that unlocked a new memory for me. A completely new memory that I remember watching that show as a kid. And then I decided to rewatch the show, and it is wild. It is so much darker than I remember it being. Obviously, it's not that dark for you to watch it as like a teenager or a young adult, but if you watch it as a kid, then I can understand why I have issues. I mean, I'm sat here wearing a mask, and I wouldn't be too surprised if some of my issues are due to that. I'm gonna spoil one of the episodes and summarize what happens in that to help you understand where I'm coming from. So, the episode I'm talking about is the Chipper Chums goes grumping. So if you haven't seen that episode, then go watch that and then come back. Give you a moment to do that. Okay. So in that episode, these kids are riding their little bikes to somewhere near like some apple trees to have a picnic, and it starts off really wholesome and sweet. I think the brother of one of the kids is kind of a bit harsh or a bit mean to the sister because she gets left behind, and then when they start eating the food, I think she's the only one who doesn't get any food because I don't know what she was doing in that animation, but everyone else ate, and by the time she was going to eat, only thing left was a bone that the dog got given. Oh yeah, there's a dog in this too, which is actually really important to this. And then the sister decides that she wants some apples. So the basic idea is that they're going scrumping, and that basically means that they're going to steal the apples. And these apples are owned by someone else. We'll get to the guy this is owned by later. And so they steal the apples and eat the apples, obviously, as you do. And then like this mad man with a shotgun comes over, and he's pointing the shotgun at the children because they ate the apples. It sounds wild to me because like, why? But we have to show that he's a bad guy. So the dog, he goes to protect the kids, and then this is where it gets dark, in my opinion. This is when like the guy shoots the dog. We don't see the dog get shot directly, I think, but we do hear a bang, and then the dog falls to the floor. We don't. I think the dog's alive with a broken leg by the end of it, because I think we do see the dog again the last second. I can't remember. But basically after that, the guy is holding the gun to the kids, and he's complaining about his apples. And then the younger girl, she's like, well, we ate the apples, so we can't get the juice back, and he needs the juice for his cider. So I think the idea is that he squeezes the apple juice out of them. Obviously, that's not how it works in reality, but it jumps from the kids. The scene cuts from that and then jumps to like this room as the narrator is talking about the story, and it cuts to this room where there's like this barrel with like a label of apple juice on it, and I think we're supposed to assume that the kids were squeezed and turned into apple juice or something, because there's also like another episode in a different thing where like some other kid gets turned into pasta. So I don't know, but it is actually kind of a dark idea if you think about it. As much as I love the show, and I will talk about how the positives of the show in a minute, but like it is very dark, and I remember watching it as a kid, and I was just really surprised when watching this episode the other day. So the positives on the show, aside the fact that it's really dark for like really, really young kids, and I don't think young kids should be watching it, the stop motion mixed with cartoon is so cool to me. I love stop motion because to make stop motion it takes a long time to do, because I think from what I've heard is that they have the puppets or whatever they use, and they have to make different faces for them, and they have to pause the film every second just to move an arm or finger or something, and that must take ages. It just, even that first couple seconds of the episode that it takes for the narrator to talk must have taken months to do. And also the style, the stop motion is so cool. I love how the narrator looks as he's speaking, and I love the look of the spider. And I do find it interesting now, like different episodes. I think the spider's doing different things, and I think he kind of hits the spider at one point. But I just find it like really, really cool to watch, because then you see like stop motion in Coraline and stuff, and that's when it's just really cool to watch. But then it's mixed with cartoon, because the main episode's done in cartoon, and the animation, it does look weird, but it's also oddly interesting. I love watching the cartoon animations. Like, all the characters, I think, are drawn in this weird style, but I love it. There's generally, like, a lot of things I could say about this, because, like, every episode has a different twist, something weird happens, and you have to guess what's going to happen, and that's something I do love. I do love trying to guess what's going to happen in the episode. So I think even young adults would enjoy watching Grizzly Tales, because as weird and dark as it is, it definitely has its reasons for its popularity. I recommend you check it out. I've actually found Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids on YouTube, so if you want to check that out, go ahead, because I think it's fantastic. I'm now done rambling. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to leave the like and a comment, please do, because I'm not doing that great right now with my YouTube channel. I hope to make more videos, and I hope to bring something with this, because I actually quite like making videos. Thank you. Goodbye.